going on, Jerome? The Minnesota Vikings on Pro Football Focus have a bit of a frenemy relationship going on because sometimes they're tight, sometimes not so much. It's kind of like, we made too many mother jokes this week, so we'll pass on that one. But so they had their entire staff do a 7-round mock draft, and it's not so much the players that the Vikings selected. Frankly, I see upside with a lot of them, but just this entire first round specifically was designed just to take a massive dookie Cleveland steamer, chili night log, Yule log Duke on the Vikings. And of course, nothing surprises you anymore. Anyways, but so let's dive into this. Sam Munson, the Irishman, is making the picks for the Vikes. And frankly, in a vacuum, the picks are fine, but the context of how the rest of the draft goes down is very, very frustrating. So 1, Bears, Caleb, May goes to the commies, which is possible. 3, so here's where it goes off the boil. So the Vikings have the ammunition and the motivation to find their quarterback of the future, right? Everyone knows that. And also, I mean, the Vikings are set up beautifully. They have a young, talented core of players. They just need to find that future franchise quarterback. They also figure to be much improved in subsequent years and likely won't be a hop, skip, and the jump away from the top of the draft in future years. So the Vikings, it makes sense for them to roll the dice this year and go up and go get your guy. But the Broncos decide to jump the line, and they go from 12 to 3. Now, PFF is very much by the book, by the charts, and all that stuff. But as we've outlined, trade-ups in the draft, especially top 5, throw the charts out because you are going to get worked. Quarterback tax as well as top of the draft tax. So I don't know the Lulu insanity that how did they let this happen? So the Broncos move from 12 to 3 for number 12. Third round pick, 76, and a 2025 first round pick. That's it. That's idiocy. And all of this talk, like the Patriots thumping their chest, oh, we need the bag. That's not the bag. That's like one of those paper thin plastic bags from Walmart, paper and plastic. But it's just so stupid. And the Vikings wouldn't be able to top that in terms of compensation. And the Patriots just really jonesing to be trading in conference like this. I'm sure. But again, it is so stupid that, hey, the Vikings have 11-23 future first rounders. They have all the ammunition in the world to go up and get their guy, but the Broncos basically get it on discount. And everyone is talking about, will it cost the Vikings 4 first round picks to get from 11 to 3? So stupid. But all right, so the Broncos take Jaden Daniels, stupid ass Sean Payton. Whatever. Now this sucks because now I have to root against Jaden Daniels, and I don't want to do that because I think he's awesome. Cardinals, Marvin, Malik Neighbors goes to the Chargers. Rome Odunze going to the Giants. So 3 wide receivers in a row. Shocker, it's PFF. Offensive tackle goes to the Titans. Joe Alt, the pride of Totino Grace. Latu goes to the Falcons. Now, here's the second part where the Vikings get shot on. So J.J. McCarthy takes a tumble out of the top 4, and he gets scooped up by the Raiders at 9. So, again, I feel like the AFC West bias is alive and well amongst the staff. So, and again, in terms of the comp, now, yeah, would the Bears be jonesing to trade individual with the Vikings? Probably not. But what is stopping the Vikings from getting to 7 with Tennessee or 8 with the Falcons? And hell, the Vikings with the Tampa Bay Chargers might have 8 as it is, right? So if McCarthy gets by the Giants at 6, how are the Vikings not getting up there? It's just if McCarthy is the guy. But again, the compensation is what kills you. So 9 and a future third and hold on. So let's try that again. So 13 and a second round pick, 44 overall. So 1 and 2. They get 9 and a future third. That's nothing. That is again. It's like the Raiders and the Broncos making these trades like they're on massive 5-finger discount, whereas the Vikings will be charged through the nose. It's just the disrespect is legitimate at this point, and I don't get it. But like we said, I ain't mad with the Vikings picks. I'm mad that the Vikings in these simulations wouldn't pay the nominal cost to go get McCarthy or Jaden Daniels in this spot. But Terry Arnold at 11. So I absolutely love and adore Terry Arnold. I think that he is a true shutdown cornerback, the pride of Alabama. Redshirt sophomore, going to come in and be fantastic in the Florida's defense, which is great. Good, great, grand, wonderful. No yelling on the bus. 23. So the Vikings take Jared Verse out of Florida State. Now a little bit older, the pride of Albany, but the power that he brings. Also, so it's interesting, talk about Latu, where he basically is Latu, but also doesn't have the medical risks associated with him. But I mean, Verse would be fantastic. So again, I'm not poo-pooing on Terry Arnold or Jared Verse. I'm more annoyed, and also the Vikings pass on Penix at 11, who goes 12 to the Patriots. So that's fantastic. Bears get BTJ even by trading back. Fuaga, Quinion goes to the Lions. That sucks. I hate that, because Quinion's really good. Dallas Turner falls, blah, 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 blah. Johnny Newton to the Texans, sure. All right, so, Graham Barton. That'd be good. That'd be good, too. All right, so where does Bo Nix end up? That's what I want to know. Of course, Labankaki goes to the Chiefs because of their PFF. So your Bo Nix. So Giants make a deal with the Panthers, get Bo Nix at the top of the second round. Just like Will Levis last year. There you go. So they make a deal. Fantastic. And the Vikings do make a move and get a quarterback in day 2. So at 66, yes, that is the Kellen Mond selection. 66, top of the third round. The Vikings make a deal. They get 66 and swapping 108, 157, and a 2025 third round pick. So they swap the a fourth and a fifth, and also a future third. Go get Spencer Rattler, is what he wrote. Spencer Rattler is starting NFL tools and is the last remaining player in this draft with that kind of resume of quarterback. Minnesota rolls the dice for 2024 on Rattler without being committed to him beyond that point, which, given the situation, I don't understand how, for the low costs of the Patriots giving up 3 to the Broncos, or the Bears giving 9 to the Raiders for nothing. I don't know how the Vikings don't pay that cost. I just don't get it. And Rattler has some nice traits. I think that he has grown and matured, but also, I mean, are you ready to build your franchise around Spencer Rattler? Probably not. But like Sam said, they invested, but also it's like being half pregnant. It's like, oh, he could be our guy, but maybe he's not our guy, so maybe we'll look in 2025. I don't know. That flexibility is not what I'm looking for in this draft. I'm looking for the guy, the friggin' guy. And then the rest of the way, 129 the fourth round, Elijah Jones up from Boston College. Of course, Brian Flores, Boston College DB from back in the day. Elijah Jones, super feisty. We'll love him in the secondary. Also, Luke McCaffrey coming out of Rice, so I automatically like him. Former quarterback, of course, brother Christian McCaffrey could work in as a nice possession receiver underneath with JJ and Addison. Dylan Johnson, so a little bit of power, a little bit outside zone, a little bit of everything. He was the straw that stirred the drink with the Washington offense, and so he's kind of like Alexander Madison, a little bit of power, quick but not having breakaway speed, but I think that he would be a nice addition to the running back room. And then lastly, all right, so Ethan Driscoll, swing tackle from Marshall, and also Bub Means from Pittsburgh. So recapping, the Vikings draft Zero Gusay, D'Angelo Russell, defensive tackles, even though they did get Jared Verse, who could kick inside a little bit. Two cornerbacks, 2 wide receivers, and a running back, because, again, this is PFF, and Zero Gusay, D'Angelo Russell, offensive lineman, and Spencer Rattler. So, like I said, it's not so much hatred of the picks, because there is logic to every single one, but in aggregate, I don't know. And also the Vikings passing up, the low prices to move up for McCarthy and or Drake May and or Jaden Daniels. I don't get it. I don't get it, man. But once again, PFF, you're on the poop list. Who knows, man? But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings get absolutely Cleveland steamered in Pro Football Focus's latest 7-round mock draft. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.